You're listening to Myers-Briggs Question Corner with Edythe Richards.
I recently received a question from a lovely lady named Pamela, who is an ENFP type. Like many ENFPs, Pamela has considered many career paths, but being an entrepreneur is high on the list. Is this really a good fit for an ENFP, though? What are the pros and cons of an ENFP type pursuing entrepreneurship? In this podcast, I'll talk about the reasons ENFPs tend to gravitate towards being an entrepreneur, some of the roadblocks they may face, and how ENFPs can best use their gifts if they decide entrepreneurship is the right career path for them. ENFPs struggle a lot in the corporate world. Systematic and repetitive environments dampen their natural charisma and ingenuity, and these environments limit them from taking risks. It's natural then for this personality type to dream about going off on their own. Every ENFP I've ever known, myself included, has had difficulty settling on one career path. A big factor in our indecision comes from our dominant function of extroverted intuition. As we recall, intuition is an information gathering process that's focused on the big picture world of ideas and possibilities. Because for ENFP types, this function is extroverted, all of this idea generation happens externally rather than internally. This is why ENFP types tend to get so energized by brainstorming and coming up with exciting new possibilities about the future. And many feel the need to share their fabulous new ideas with others. Several ENFPs together will come up with the most innovative smorgasbord of ideas to pursue and adventures to try. They'll jump quickly from one to another before they've completely figured out how the original idea will work out, or if it will work out. In short, ENFPs have a natural visionary outlook and a creative mindset that allows them to see endless potential in the world of entrepreneurship. The dominant function of extroverted intuition will play a huge part in this aspect of entrepreneurship for ENFPs. And as we know, when we're using our natural strengths, most of the time, we're going to be more engaged and will be more likely to be fulfilled. Entrepreneurs need to keep things fresh with new ideas to move things forward, or their businesses will become stagnant and potentially fall apart. Creativity, therefore, will be one of the ENFP's greatest assets as an entrepreneur. Now, here's a key point. ENFPs must be interested in the topic and have to be their authentic selves in order to have a happy, successful career as an entrepreneur. When the ENFP is inspired, they will be unstoppable in succeeding in whatever goal it is that they've set. Much of this has to do with the auxiliary function of the ENFP, which is introverted feeling. This is a decision-making function that's concerned with individual preferences and causes and personal feelings. How this plays out for ENFPs. ENFPs filter everything through their dominant extroverted intuition process first, i.e. brainstorming ideas, and then will access their auxiliary feeling process second. At this time, they'll be alone and away from people and can evaluate what they've learned through their brainstorming sessions. This is an important time for ENFPs to look at their own values and emotions, how they feel about starting a business and becoming an entrepreneur, away from all the external sources. Introverted feeling doesn't care about what society says is correct or what authority dictates. For ENFPs, it should be used to access how they feel about the activities they've been engaging in and decide whether or not to continue doing them. So how does this relate to entrepreneurship? Pamela and other ENFPs tuning in. When you stay true to your values, you're able to build trust and attract the right customers. You can show people who you really are, and this will be incredibly rewarding for you. Your auxiliary introverted feeling function gives you an amazing awareness of not only your own values and emotions, but the emotions and experiences of others as well. So, if an ENFP decides that he or she wants to pursue entrepreneurship, in addition to their ingenuity, their friendly, outgoing personalities will help them succeed. ENFPs get along with nearly everyone. They love to be around people. They tend to have a wide circle of friends and acquaintances. This makes for great networking. Other people are often drawn towards ENFP types because of their wit and their warmth. They're easy to talk to and they make people happy. And they love to expand their circle of contacts. But at the same time, they value the deep personal connections they have with people. This brings me to the people the ENFP works best with. ENFPs will create a warm and giving environment, and because of their auxiliary function of introverted feeling, they'll have a very strict moral code and a sense of right and wrong. Anyone who operates outside of this code won't be a good fit for the ENFP. And this isn't to say that the ENFP is always right, but they are nearly always focused on not causing harm and maintaining harmony. As a result, they're almost always a pleasure to work with. ENFPs are also naturally independent people who don't always do well in a structured, formal corporate setting. Having the freedom and flexibility to work independently greatly appeals to most ENFPs, and they'd typically much rather take work responsibilities on themselves. Additionally, ENFPs are really not people who gravitate towards routines. They'll do a lot better when each day is different and allows them to respond to things that happen in the moment. Now, like everyone, ENFPs have some potential roadblocks. A big one is that they have a tendency to become distracted by anything new and shiny. This is the downside to their dominant function of extroverted intuition. They're idea people, so planning isn't always a strength. It would be best if they have someone, preferably a J or a judging type, to help them with the organizing part of their business. An added benefit, a judging type can help ENFPs with their time management, which is another area they may struggle with. As perceiving types, ENFPs may not be as focused on doing things, especially mundane, tedious work, in a timely manner. Along these lines, in stressful situations, ENFPs may either run away from their problems and find new projects to work on or different ways to distract themselves, or they may ruminate or even lash out at others. Awareness of what causes stress is crucial for all types, but especially ENFPs, who may not always recognize when they're taking on too much and may unintentionally push people away. On the other hand, ENFPs may be easily distracted by external influences, such as the opinions of people close to them. Being feeling types, ENFPs are naturally concerned about the people who might be affected by their choices, such as their spouses and families. It's difficult for ENFPs to state unpleasant truths openly and firmly. Criticism and competition are not typically good things for feeling types, especially ENFPs. While some people may be energized by a competitive work environment, it will be the opposite for ENFPs. However, every entrepreneur needs to compete on some level, and everyone's going to be constructively criticized at some point. Here are a few quick pointers for ENFP entrepreneurs. First, set up your office to minimize distractions. We talked about how ENFPs can very easily go down a rabbit hole, or several, and this can be detrimental to the work they're trying to accomplish. Remove internet access on your computer, put the phone in another room, whatever it takes to get your workspace in order so you can concentrate. Second, get into the habit of writing down your fabulous new ideas. This gives the idea a concrete form and allows your brain to become clearer and more able to focus on the really important ideas. Third, we also know about ENFPs starting lots of projects but not following through. Try to focus on completing projects rather than working on 5 or 6 pretty interesting things. Fourth, time can be fluid and nebulous for ENFPs, and as a result, timelines or even deadlines may not be as concrete as they are for other types. Enlist the help of an ISTJ, ESTJ, ENTJ, or INTJ friend to help you make a timeline of things you need to get done with deadlines on when they need to be completed. Doing this can help make those big projects much more manageable, and you'll be able to tackle them more easily. Last, try not to take criticism personally, but continue being your true, friendly, vivacious self. There are always going to be naysayers, and the business world can be harsh. There are times when constructive criticism can help you, but don't let it consume you. Learn and move on. Be yourself. Yes, this does take practice. To sum it up, is entrepreneurship the right career path for an ENFP? Well, that depends on the ENFP. Each person is a person with unique interests and abilities, aside from a personality type. ENFPs tend to enjoy the creative and exciting parts of any job, but they may get bored after a while. They will almost certainly dislike the routine tasks of entrepreneurship. Partnering with someone who can help them stay on task and complete goals, being prepared for the realities of business ownership, and at the same time, focusing on the vision of the venture with enthusiasm and positivity will help to ensure success. Pamela, thanks so much for your question.
Thanks for listening to this episode. If you'd like to hear more, or you'd like to submit a question yourself, then you can find us at www.atopcareer.com. Until next time. MBTI and Myers-Briggs are registered trademarks of the MBTI Trust.